Merson, we're going to start off with Everton, who are looking transformed under David Moyes. He's absolutely turned them around. I think it'd be worth saying, before we have a look at the impact that he's had, well, here it is. Because you, a few weeks ago, were a little bit doubtful as to whether he would have an impact at Everton. When you look at what he's done, I mean, the points per game up massively from what it was under Dyche, 0.89 to 2.17. The goals per game, which was such a big area, such a problem area, up to 2 from 0.78. The shot conversion rate is well up as well. Are you now convinced he was the right man to go back to for Everton?
Oh, well, it's worked out that way. I didn't see it at the time. I thought, you know, people were saying it's his club, it's the right fit. He'd left 11 years ago, 11, 12 years ago. Time changes, long time. But he's come in, honestly, outstanding. You know, I mean, even in his wildest dreams, when he went back, he couldn't have wished for that.
Yeah.
Couldn't have. Honestly, it's just been absolutely amazing. He's got there, and it's a real contrast from the manager of Man United and David Moyes. One's a young manager, one's experienced. One comes in and goes, right, I'll play to the strengths of my team. The other one's just playing to the strengths of himself and not the team.
And two entirely different scenarios as well, because he's replacing Fergie at United.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, that was just, you know, it was a shame for him. He deserved the job, 100%. It was the wrong time to take it, following Sir Alex Ferguson. But you have to take that. You're at the pinnacle of your career. When you manage Man United, you know... You
ain't saying no to that one, are you?
Of course you're not, and it's international football. So, for me, I think he's done unbelievable. Yeah, I got that horribly wrong. I thought they would struggle under him, and he's done absolutely amazing.
And the feeling was, Clinton, that under Sean Dyche, and we should say that David Moyes has inherited a very well-drilled, solid defence. He's got a good platform to build on. We'll talk about how he's getting a tune out the forwards, which Sean Dyche wasn't. But the feeling under Sean Dyche was he was getting the best possible tune that he could out of the players that he had available. Moyes has gone there and has got an even better tune. How's he done it?
Because sometimes when a new manager comes in, it's different ideas, different voice. You raise your game, and huge credit must go to David Moyes. I think since he's gone in there, fantastic job. I did think the two managers were similar. I did think the style of play probably was similar, but I think David Moyes has got that experience. And what he has done is he's got players like, who, for me, I thought Beto was nowhere near good enough. He's been a revelation, and he has to be, because he's the only striker that he's got at the moment. But since David Moyes comes in, he gets hold of the ball, he's looking after it, he's scoring goals. Let's be honest, he weren't scoring these goals before. Everyone in probably the stand was ducking if he was going through one-on-one, but he's full of confidence at the moment. He's got good movement, as I say, he must be a nightmare for
Are they playing to his strengths more now than they did before?
Of course they are, because he wants to run in behind, don't he? He's not just coming in to feet. Listen, that's poor defending by the Leicester defenders, but still, brilliant movement here. Doesn't see him, Konate. Once he gets into that position, it's a really good finish past Alisson. He just looks like he's full of confidence at the moment, and that's good for Everton, and credit must go to David Moyes.
It's not only that, so you're getting a little bit of luck with it. You know, he's got injured to Calvin Lewin, exactly. So the boy's getting a run of games, and the confidence comes with that, especially as a striker. You know what it's like, Clinton. You know, you get a run of games, all of a sudden you get your manager who loves you, an experienced manager who knows to tell him. Sometimes he's telling him stuff what he don't honestly believe himself. But he's telling the guy, he's saying to Beto, you're the best thing since sliced bread. And all of a sudden, he's performing like that, and why wouldn't he? It's been an incredible turnaround from him, an experienced manager, getting the best out of the individuals. The key to a good manager is getting the best out of the group, no matter how you play. No one worries about formations and the way that the identity of the team doesn't matter if the team is winning. It only matters when the team's not winning, and that's what he's finding Ruben Amorim on the other side of the coin.
I mean, he's got Dawes five goals so far under David Moyes. 4 goals, I should say, in those 5 appearances. It was 4 in 42 Premier League appearances under Sean Dyche. I mean, he looks a different player. Is it down just to a player who now knows he's got a manager who believes in him, or is it more than that?
No, I don't think it's just down to that. Football it plays a huge part in confidence. It's one of those, I look on the chance conversion rate there, and Sean Dyche must be at home thinking, wow, we had chances, but we weren't taking them. And do you know what? There was few and far between. But that has been the difference for me. I thought Sean Dyche would have kept them up, but they looked shot to pieces. The whole team of confidence in that final third. I mean, before he went in, they'd scored 15 goals, Everton, in the Premier League. It was terrible. And then the games that came up, they lost to Aston Villa, and then within 45 minutes, they're leading Tottenham 3-0 at home. The atmosphere changes. David Moyes now is like the genius that's gone in there. Has he changed it drastically? No. What he's done is he's got Everton winning football matches and taking the chances and playing with confidence. And Beto is one of those. 3 in his last four games. He got 3 goals last season. 3 goals in the whole Premier League. It's remarkable how a little bit of fortune it can change. You touched on the defensive side that Sean Dyche had left. It was a well-drilled team, but in the attacking third, it was woeful. I think his last game, I mean, Calvert-Lewin had an opportunity in the final minutes. You think, how does he miss? It's just finally started to happen. The right man came in. They could have looked Westfield. They could have gone someone who was untried and trusted in the Premier League, but they went for David Moyes. He's done it. He's been there, been at Everton, been at Manchester United.
Look at that shot conversion rate change since he's taken over.
But that has been the difference for me.
If you look at Beto's goals, every one of them, as soon as they won the ball or got the ball, Everton, they looked forward.
Yeah.
You know, under Dyche, it was either keep the ball, go back, or get it out wide and then get the ball in the box. Here, they're going bang, straight through to Beto. When he first got in the team in them first 40 games, he looked a bit dangly, he looked a bit... he just didn't look right. You look at him now, it looks a unit.
Yeah.
You know, when he scores and he's giving it all that, he just looks like... It looks bigger, do you know what I mean? He just looks better, but... When you pass that ball forward quick like that and he's got pace, it causes problems.
I wouldn't recommend...
Sorry.
No,
confidence is huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive. I watched Leicester last night, but it's easy. When you all feel confidence, chest puffed out, I'm running round. Honestly, football, if you don't have it...
When you got the fans on your side, they made one change. They weren't having Dyche. All of a sudden, they bring Moyes back in. It's a little bit mixed. It's not mixed anymore. They know that they've made the correct decision. Come to this time next year, it might be all different, but just enjoy it while you can. And Beto has just got to continue what he's doing. It's an incredible change of fortunes for him. But the midfield, Merson's absolutely right. Look forward, pass forward. You've got legs in there. You've got Gay, you've got Decore, you've got Gardner. They want to run. They want to get the ball back and they want to play at high tempo. What them fans want to see.
And also, I wouldn't recommend doing this if you've got a little bit of a thin skin when it comes to social media. But apparently, he screen grabs criticism like you're not good enough, and he looks at it and he uses it for motivation. It clearly works for him. And Clinton
I must be on his phone.
I mean, I was looking at some comments, Clinton, that James Tarkowski's been making in the last few days. I mean, he scored that dramatic, amazing equaliser against Liverpool last week. And talking about the impact that Moyes has had since he came back, he said he's given us a renewed sense of positivity. Look, when you look back at Sean Dyche, we've got to say he did a terrific job last season, given the points deduction, keeping them in the Premier League. But had they begun, perhaps under him, to believe that really just about staying out of trouble was about all they could manage? Is Moyes giving them broader horizons now?
I don't think broader horizon. I don't think Everton can go and finish in the top half. Well, you never know. This season they finish in the top half. We'll start thinking maybe them lofty heights of Europe. No, because the squad of players is still the squad of players that Sean Dyche had. But as we've just alluded to, when you have a change of voice and you've got an experienced manager like David Moyes and a job he's done at other clubs, things will turn around. What you got to realise, they didn't have a lot of money to spend, Everton. And then when Sean Dyche was there, he was either trying to bring in loans and obviously had a lot of injuries. Calvert-Lewin can't stay fit. So, as I said, I think Everton fans are sensible. They know they'll be safe this season, but they're not doing them lofty heights at the moment. It will take at least a long, long time before they get to them lofty heights. But I do think they have the right man in charge, and that was a good... So that's where you have to give credit to the hierarchy for making that change.